Hey, Mark. Hey, Rod. Hey, Red Raider. Going to get some bird seed. How's the pirate radio doing? Hey, Mona Lisa. Hey, the Fantasy Five's up to a lot of money in Michigan, and so is the Mega Millions. Well, the Mega Millions and the Powerball you can buy anywhere. They're both pretty good jackpots. How you guys? How'd your day go today? Just got a party, Mark. No, never did. Nope. No, I never did. No, I don't like Tasty Freeze anyway. I wouldn't eat one anywhere. $685,000. That's pretty good for a dollar bet. That's Georgia's Fantasy Five. I don't know what Michigan is, so you better check it. That's not a national thing. That's a state thing. Nickel, how you doing? Partying? Yeah, be good, wouldn't it? Sure would. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I lived up there in Cherokee at one time. Nothing for me. I may go down to Florida for a few days. I called Frederick today to see if he might want to come on and talk to people, and I didn't get a reply. So he's not feeling too well. But I thought it was worth a try because a lot of people miss him and like to talk to him. It'd be nice to have him talk to them if he felt like it, but I guess not. Now I'm going to get some bird seed. Hey, love, how you doing? Oh yeah, they're doing great. Bees couldn't be happier. That really worked out well. I'm going to move that hive here on a good cold day. There's too many of Marty's relatives complain about it. They don't really bother me. I don't have any visitors anyway, so it won't be that big of an issue. Plus, people could always come in through the garage or through the back. Oh, okay, good for you, Inflo. Cool. Hey, Inflo, I was reading another article about autism. Yeah, I read a bunch of them actually, and one of the articles suggested the close link to schizophrenia and how that kids that were diagnosed as being autistic at a young age stood a disproportionate amount of a chance of getting schizophrenia that generally expressed itself in their mid-20s. Do you know much about that? Hi, James. How are you? I did sell. It's basically been sold since June, but I just never got around to formalizing it. Yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting. Yeah, but if I'd have realized that you didn't know about it, I'd have bought that book. But I just thought it would be in, most of the readings. Good. She's doing good. She's got like some kind of odd growth on her side, small. It's been there for quite a while. I know I showed it to the vet about a year ago, July, and he didn't think anything of it. He thought it was just like the dog's version of a pimple, but it's like gotten bigger. I don't think it's a tumor. I don't know what the hell it is. It's almost like a blood blister, like the size of a dime. Hey Tracy, how are you? Hey, Infilov, did you ever read any studies or see any info on like brain scans, MRIs with autistic brains? They probably don't look any different. No, she doesn't. Nope. Another thing I was wondering about, like I know an autistic kid that can like, has got a steel trap for memory and, can like type like 130 words a minute, write like, you speeded something up, but couldn't get a high school diploma, got a certificate. And it's just surprising to me on someone with those kind of skills. I don't understand what happens with a high school diploma. I wouldn't think in general a diploma wouldn't be anywhere near as demanding as what I've seen this kid exhibit. Yeah, actually Maddie saw Marguerite maybe 6 weeks ago and said she gained weight, looked good, and was doing well. Becky's still out there. Tassie's off the wagon. That's about it. Yeah, it is sad. It's true. And a lot of those girls, at least up around like 5 and 6 Mile and Telegraph, have died. I'm going to get some birdseed, some food for the deer. Yeah, it's a loud blinker, isn't it? Yeah, it's for the deaf. It's a study I do everywhere I decide to make a turn. And I'm wondering if they make a comment that I know they're not really deaf. It's fun. So fun. Gives me a big smile on my face. You'd want to send Frederick a card? Or the deaf guy that heard the blinker? Oh, sorry about that, Impulov. Camper. You can drive that to George. You can camp in my front yard. I'll play Led Zeppelin all night long, really loud. Yeah, I gotta get an address from him. Oh, I see here the sheriff has somebody pulled over down here. Probably somebody drinking. You know you're fucked when you've been drinking. And the only thing it's lacking for having a real shitty day is lights getting turned on. You can't see because they got that spotlight in your mirror, and they've got the flashing blue and red lights. You know you're fucked. And then they're polite, and then you know you're really fucked. Good evening, sir. It's like, yeah, how you doing? It's like, you know why I pulled you over? It's like, no. You seem to be swerving a little bit. You crossed the center line a couple times. It's like, oh, yeah, sorry about that. You been drinking tonight? It's like, yeah, just like the 9 inches. How much did you have? I had one. One what? One drink. Was it a cocktail? And it's like, nah, it was a beer, light beer. And I think your officer, I don't want to make a big deal about this, but it was a light beer, and I think based on one drink, I still would have been going over the yellow line. I was zipping up my zipper from peeing in my piss bucket in my pickup. And it'd be really unfortunate if I got dinged with a drunk driving ticket when the alcohol had nothing to do with crossing the center line. And I would appreciate it if, what's this fucking thing say? You know, if you're not a military veteran or handicapped, there's no fucking place to park around here. The fuck is this one? No, handicapped. God damn it. Then it's the sobriety checklist. Yeah, good luck. I'm not bullshitting, man. Stephanie and I talked about that the other night. I'd have a hard time passing one of those things sober. I mean, putting your heel in front of your toe, balancing on one foot. Man, what the fuck? Here's more handicapped. No, you got to be in the military. Yeah. If you're fucking not in the military and you're not fucking retarded, you got to park across the street. Why don't you just put up a sign that says that? I'm not kidding, shitting you. It's fucked up. And the way they've got these here's one down here. The way they've got these slanted. How about this? How many fucking goddamn retards are going to show up at once? I mean, do they show up in fucking 12s? Here's one. I'm going to bitch about this tonight. I'm in a bad mood. No shit, man. It's fucking stupid. All right, you guys, I'm going to go in here and get some bird seed and some deer food. So I'll sign on when I come back on. I'd keep it playing, but my thing's broke. I got to order another one. That thing you're looking at, and you can't see anything. And I'm usually in there 20 minutes, and it just seems like rude. You know? Hey, John boy. I could have a chat tonight, maybe if you guys felt like having one. You guys felt like having a chat. Somebody emailed me today and wanted to know about Michelle. You know, Michelle's just somebody that comes on the chat. You know, I go on hers once in a while, that kind of thing. And it seems like every other week her husband doesn't want her talking to me, which I think's, my opinion, like, not my business either. An effort of control as opposed to, I mean, she's not even my type. I'm not kidding you. There's nothing to that. I mean, I'm totally 100% straight up about this. But they've asked, you know, how come she hasn't been around? That's why. She sent me a text and she's not supposed to be talking to me again. Yeah, I think it's a control thing, you know. I mean, I'm no threat. I said, if you want, I can send a picture of me nude. I bet that'd make him feel better. And she didn't think that was a good idea. Yeah, hey, will you be able to come on tonight, Infalove? Would you be able to come on? Stephanie, would you? Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't really bother me too much. I mean, I think my humor sometimes could, I mean, if he's listening to her, I think he goes on the lies now, you know. You know, these troublemaking motherfuckers on YouTube, they'll find out who he is through her talking on either her live or mine and contact him and, you know, make up a bunch of shit. And if you're that kind of personality, you're going to take the bait one way or the other. Okay. Time would be a good time for you. Red Ray, why don't you come up? You don't have to show your face. Stephanie, it's been getting a little slow in the chats. Would you mind coming up in your bra and underwear? No, I just think he's like, I mean, I'm guessing. I'm just piecing this together based on the little things that I know. I just think I think they're having a little rough spot in their marriage. You magnify everything. He may just not like me. Who knows? Now, I will confess to one thing. I will confess to one thing. She tells me sometimes that their marriage, could need some work. And my advice to her is she needs more cock. So if he intercepted one of those messages, I kind of get it. But I thought that she was smart, and I'm just kidding, you know what I mean? But uh, if you don't like somebody, you're going to take the joke part out of it either way. Yeah, yeah. But that's a cheap litmus test between the people that really know me and the people that don't. And like I've said from day one, I'm not trying to win a popularity contest. So if anybody that doesn't like it, fuck them with a big Christmas spirited F. And speaking of that, Tracy, what's wrong with trying to make things better by having more cock? Did I hit a nerve? Yeah, that's cool, isn't it? Hey, Dolly. Dolly, we're going to have a chat tonight. What do you want to come on? Can you come on and be on it? Yeah, thank you, Stephanie. Yeah, I think it's all in good fun. Yeah. Oh God. Hey, Mary. Oh, you met the husband. Oh, my mistake. I apologize. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You know how things get lost in their translation. People have lost good jobs because of, uh, I guess I could say miscommunicated emails. They meant something totally different than what the person had to say. Yeah, you got to give one to vulgarity on that aspect in the sense that nobody ever gets that mixed up. They get pissed and that's the end of it. They think you're rude or inappropriate. But nobody ever asks me what I mean by that because everybody fully understands it. Mary, could you come on a chat later? Could you come on a chat later? Hey, I left a message for Frederick today. I said, hey, uh, do you think you could come up? People like to talk to you and, give you their best wishes and stuff. And I haven't heard from him. So, kind of what I suspected. I think this guy is like way sicker than he sounded when I talked to him. Yeah, what's a good time for you? I'll let you pick it tonight, Dolly. What's a good time for you? Yeah. And I don't know this for sure. Well, I don't want to guess at things. Before you know it, we're all assuming that we know why Frederick hasn't responded to us. And he could have shot all his energy on a young escort today and he's tired and sleeping. You just never know. So your best just to say you don't know. I don't like people pulling stuff out of their ass or grasping it out of the air. If you don't know, you don't know. I don't want to hear a made up story. I don't go for hunches, people's intuition. I have a gut feeling. When somebody says to me, I have a gut feeling, I just tell them right then and there, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear this gut feeling fucking bullshit. Why don't we just fucking break out a Ouija board? I want some facts. And other than that, I don't want to hear it. Right, Mary. Thank you. Oh, you're doing a project. Okay. He's got neuropathy and supposed to get a leg amputated, but he's getting a second opinion. And he doesn't think that even if they do everything and it works out 100%, in other words, he doesn't have long to live. Yeah, it sucks. Mm-hmm. You know, I knew of diabetic neuropathy, and I've heard of idiopathic neuropathy before, which is a neuropathy you get and they don't know why. And of course, Frederick seemed to think, by the gist of the conversation, that it had to do with smoking, which does put you in a higher risk category, but it wasn't the slam dunk that I expected it to be. It's where the nerve endings get damaged. Yeah. Yeah, very painful. Yeah, constrict circulation. But the circulation is the cause of it. Poor circulation. Excuse me. Yeah, poor circulation. Yeah. You know, the more I read about it, the more that, somebody suggested with you the other night, Stephanie, that a massage, I don't, from the little I know about it, I don't think massage would do much for neuropathy. I think you're better off with another medication. Diabetic neuropathy. Well, I can tell you, I know why you have neuropathy. Smoking. Probably. Right. Yeah, they do. Yep. But there's a lot of neuropathy unrelated to diabetes. I didn't really realize this. Now, I do know that there are times when they can, the whole idea is increasing blood flow, stints, and there's ways around it. I wouldn't write it off until I had an expert tell me. In Frederick's case, I mean, I certainly wish the best for him, but I know second opinions, and I get it. And, getting a leg taken off, I'd probably get a second opinion too. But when it comes to the point where you've got a qualified medical doctor suggesting that's what they do, I would love to know of examples of second opinions to where they said, no, let's not do that. I mean, it would seem to me like there'd be a protocol and you'd check every box possible before you laid that on a patient. Hey, Rita. Warm whirlpools help. Yeah. And if it makes you feel any better, Frederick's like almost 80. Not that that means you should have it, but it's another part of the equation of risk factors. And that, if you're, Stephanie's age, 66, something like that. I mean, you're a long way from 80. Okay. All right. Yeah. Epsom salt. You're dating yourself, Rita. You're dating yourself. It does help. Oh, okay. Huh. Yeah, weird. I haven't felt too good myself in the last few days. Hey, Frisky. Well, I'm going to go in here and get this bird seed. I'll leave this playing if you guys want to talk. If you just want to hang up, that's cool too. I'll be on later. I'll do a chat like around. I'll do a chat probably around like 9:30 or so. Yeah, it's from screaming yesterday. I had a total meltdown. You're not going to believe how I fucked up. This is no bullshit, man. I think I'm fucking going crazy again. I haven't felt that great for the last like 4 days. So anyway, I get an external hard drive. It's like 15 terabytes. I had this little portable external hard drive that's small, like a deck of cards. And it's 5 terabytes too, and I had it almost filled up. And I thought, now it's time to fucking move the files from the portable one to the permanent one. And I did that yesterday or the day before. 17 hours and 20 minutes to copy and paste them all. And I unplugged the portable one because I'm going to be going up to Michigan this week. And I had all the data on the new 15 terabyte hard drive. So I'm not feeling too good. I really felt bad yesterday. And I just, man, I was fucking tired. Took a nap. And about maybe 20 minutes into the nap. Now I know this because I was looking at the clock around the time that I fell asleep. That's how I know it was 20 minutes, which wouldn't seem long enough to get in REM. So something was fucked up. And at least by the clock, I had enough sleep the night before. So I'm fucking dreaming, and I have this super vivid dream. In detail, Daisy on the back porch, just like I was standing there. It was real. It wasn't like dreamy, like, things were missing. And Daisy was out in the back chewing one of her rawhides and had her head down. And I went out to see how she was doing. And a copperhead snake, just like the one I had sent pictures to some of the people, a copperhead snake like slithered up the stairs, and he stopped about like a foot from Daisy. Just like this one I have a picture of that a guy saw when he was visiting about 6 months ago. And they're venomous. And I can remember thinking, I just hope Daisy keeps playing, chewing the rawhide, and I will grab her and get her away from this copperhead snake. And I walked over to her, and you know how dreams are. You can never outrun anybody. When you're falling, you never hit bottom. The fucking parachute never opens. All that disastrous shit. And sure as shit, I reached down to pick up Daisy. And as soon as I reached down to grab her, she dropped the rawhide and saw the copperhead snake. And you know how, dogs go up and sniff something. And I remember thinking, this dog's going to get bit right in the fucking face, And I woke up. And I woke up and I stood up and I thought, God damn, that was scary as hell. Glad that was a dream, No, there's no copperhead. Daisy snoring at the end of the bed. Fucking A. Glad that's just something I conjured up in my crazy mind. But here's the fucked up part. I walk over to my computer, go to the new 15 terabyte hard drive where all that data, all those photos and videos were transferred to that took 17 hours. You know what I started doing? Deleting files. All this shit that I'd saved, I started deleting. I deleted 2.6 terabytes, which is a massive amount of shit that I wanted to keep. Of course I wanted to keep it. I'd saved it all along on another one, copied and pasted, and I'm deleting it. And I kind of like woke up. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing? And I realized I was taking the data off the place that I stored it. So, of course, I have a fucking fit, screaming at the top of my lungs. That's how my throat's hoarse. Now, the good news is I know you can get this data back. I've done it before, and it's the same computer software they use to catch perverts. When you delete something on a hard drive, even if it's an external hard drive, all that does is allow you to rewrite it. Gives you space back. It doesn't take the data away. It's hard to believe, but all that data is on that hard drive. Even if you reformat it or you delete it. So I look around. I call around. There's a place. It starts with an S. Stellar, I think is the name of it. Shit back. I saved it for a reason. So I call Stellar's website myself. And I'm talking to some guy in, where else? Southern India. And we get talking. It's like, hey, how can I help you? It's like, I said, I deleted a bunch of shit off this hard drive, and I'm looking at your product, and you have better ratings than anybody else. You know how ratings are with virus scans, all that shit. You know, who's number one's always changing. So I said, I'm looking around. It's like the cheapest place I can get this stuff is Amazon. Doesn't make any sense. Even when I look on your website, it's more than it is Amazon. What the fuck's going on here? And he says, I'll give you a $40 discount right now. So I don't know whether that's a contract they have with Amazon. When somebody actually calls, that gives them the autonomy to sell it for cheaper than Amazon. There's something to that bullshit, which is why Amazon's, gigantic and put everybody out of business. Now, I didn't buy it yet, but I'm going to buy it, and I'll get the data back, no problem. I just didn't feel like fucking with it. Huh. Yeah, I wasn't walking in my sleep, though. I was wide awake. I'm not shitting you, man. This wasn't part of the dream. What did happen, though, is it occurred to me what I was doing. Just weird, man. And like I said, I don't feel 100% now. Honestly, I don't even feel like going up north. I don't really feel that great, but I got to do it because I got to pick up some shit in Chicago, and I've got a 4-day window there where it's supposed to get up to 60. And now I like the snow, but not when I'm pulling a 20-foot trailer. So I want to take advantage of that, make my Chicago stop. Once I get to Michigan, I don't really care what happens, because then I can just wait it out to whenever there's no snow. And I'm only going to need to be worried about snow a little, not a lot, down to about Cincinnati, which isn't that far from me. Yeah. You can take an external hard drive and you can get the data off them still. You can still get the data off them. I've done it before. They've got a machine at most computer places. You can even buy it yourself where it spins that drive even though it's failed, and that's all you need to do. You can get all the data off. I've done it twice. Where you're fucked, believe it or not, is on the more expensive solid state drives. When that baby fails, it's tits up. And for some reason, I'm weird. I don't like watching rerun. I don't like watching pre-recorded shows on TV, even if they're reruns. I don't mind watching a rerun on TV, but I don't want to watch a rerun that's been taped. I know it's weird. It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, it's nuts. I don't like watching old stuff. I know that's strange. Well, I'm gonna go in there and get this. If you guys want to keep talking, fine. If you want to sign out, that's good. But I'll be on around 9:30. Yeah, no, they can do it. They can do it. I'll tell you who can do it. They'll charge you a lot though. Best Buy. Best Buy can do it, but you can also buy the thing that'll spin that drive. They could spin that disc and get all that stuff back. Oh, I know what I was saying. I don't like clouds either. For some reason, I don't want to mess with stuff on a cloud. And I'll bet you money 2.3 terabytes or whatever I lost was more than what a cloud would have for one sector of a hard drive. I mean, that's a lot of data. And I'm sure I got a fast internet connection, but I bet it'd take a month of Sundays to get it back off some damn satellite floating over Indonesia. Hey, Viking. All right, I'll see you guys a little later. You party. Rock on. Let's kick it. Let's kick it. This thing's still working?